Well, I'm hoping this this amount of wood will last the entire day. It got warmish last night, or mid-afternoon. It started to get about +4 and +8, and before it had been quite cold, so there had been no sap. But midnight, Al said, you know, it's coming in. So here we are today. Could be the last. Could be the last. Well, I think it will be the last day of that. You know, it's a tough time for Al. He gets you know, you're up at 12 or you're up at 3. Yeah, depending on when the sap flows. So it was flowing, and we'll see what we can do with it. So you go back to the first video, and you remember looking out the door here thinking, yeah, that's my escape route. There's no place to go, and the wood was right up to the top. I just turned on the runway lights to see if the gravity tank was full, and that's your answer. It's certainly full. And I checked outside. I'll show you again. I checked outside at the other little. It's quite noisy in here. That tank right there is full. There's a tank down below that has 600 gallons. I bet you that's going to be full. And I would assume coming in last night, this is going to be full. So it looks as if we're going to have a pretty busy day. I didn't wear a coat today, and actually there's a brisk wind, so it might be a little cool. I don't know if you could see some of the sap coming in. That's a hole full of sap here. You can see that coming in here. So that's quite a lot. Still coming in. Look at that. Both lines. Pretty busy. So a busy day. I'm going to see if I can get a fire going, but I don't think he left me a match. It could be tough. Whittling sticks probably isn't going to work anymore. I just wanted to show you the fire pit again. I've got it all ready, and I'm going to get my one match. Just a minute, I'll show you my one match. That's my one match, and hopefully I can get this lit and have a gentle fire, and we'll start boiling. Remember, it's 40 to 1, so 40 liters gives you 40 liters of sap gives you 1 liter of syrup. So that's a lot of work, and that's a lot of sap to get through. So we'll see what the day gives. I'm just going to turn this off for a second, and I'll show you the fire going in a minute, I hope. I've got the next batch of wood ready to come in. Trying to get all that those little branches away. And Al's gone, I think, get a saw and saw that stuff up. You know, there's a lot of non-action happening, followed by periods of inactivity, and then all of a sudden things get busy. So we have until 7 before things get really busy. So I'm in one of those periods of inactivity. But you can see the light. We've used a bit of the sap on pot. So I'll just sit. Can't get Phil's novel. He started. He's not here yet. So anyway, we'll see. Should be a bumper day with all the sap coming in. So we're whittling down the wood. Took all that section out here. Looks good. Swept it up a bit. Here's an example of the wood that we used to use, pallets. About, I don't know, 12, 15 years ago, exclusively pallets. You'd have to cut them in half and watch for the nails and so forth. I'd go home on days that I used pallets in the fire. My wife would look at me and say, your face is just full of soot. She'd say, you've been using pallets today. I went, yeah, it's such a dirty fire. You compare that to this the hardwood, the maple and the beech, and it's just the hardwood is such a clean fire, and this stuff is ugly. However, so I'm very glad that Al now has enough wood in the forest and the bush to not worry about pallets anymore, because they were, as I say, pretty nasty. Well, Phil, I'm going to have to apologize to you. Had a customer this morning come out and brought out some donuts. Honey Crullers, our favorite, and some coffee. And I looked in the box, and there were 3 of them. And I looked at the gentleman who brought them out, and I said, "You ate 2 on the way out, didn't you?" He said, "Yes." He said, "How did you know?" I said, "Because there's sugar all over your face." He said, "Well, lucky you weren't farther away, or I would have eaten them all." In any event, Phil, this is yours. Al and I have had our honey crullers. You will never see this, and you will never see the box. The honey cruller will go into my mouth, and the box very shortly will go into the fire mouth. Anyway, looks good. Maybe with a touch of maple syrup too. No banana bread today because you're not here. I'll show you sheeting again. I'm going to take this out, and you watch how at the dip at the end it starts to sheet. That would mean that we have maple syrup in that. Then we can tell also by the number there. But that's sheeting. That's how we can tell. Let's see if the second. Yep, the second one's ready too. Sheeting. An easy way to tell. Old again. We stopped. We got 112 liters. That was a good day. Look at that. Not much wood left. I'm not sure. I think Al wants to close down, so that's fine by me. He's got what he wants. So again, that was a great season. Fast season. I think maybe 14 days that we're out here boiling. I want to thank Alfred for all the editing he's doing. Appreciate it greatly. I wouldn't be able to do it, so he's doing it, and I know he's getting ready for maybe some editing for some big fish on Brown Trout Guy, but that's probably a month away, 5 weeks or 4 weeks away. So anyway, Alfred, thank you very much. Al and Vickie, thank you very much. Phil, great out here. All three of us worked very well, and that was a good number. And again, viewers, thank you very much. We'll see you next year. Cheers.